everyone. My name is Nafida. Today, for my final examination in Advanced English Grammar, I will be taking you on a grammar error hunt. We are going to analyze and fix 10 broken sentences covering advanced structure like conditional, past model, subjunctive, nominalization, and inverted sentence. So let's get started and hunt down some errors. So let's start with sentence number 1. If the crew would have followed the compass, they would have found the treasure. The error here is using would have followed inside the if clause. The correct sentence should be if the crew had followed the compass, they would have found the treasure. The grammatical reason this sentence is a third conditional, which talk about an imaginary situation in the past. So the correct structure requires is if plus past perfect in the condition clause followed by would have plus past participle in the main clause. Therefore, would have cannot appear inside the if clause. So moving on to sentence number 2 is the treasure should have been found by the crew long ago. The mistake lies in the word find. The correct sentence is the treasure should have been found by the crew long ago. The grammatical reason this sentence uses a passive past modal structure should have been. In English grammar, any passive voice contraction following a modal perfect means use a past participle verb 3. Therefore, find must be changed to found. For the sentence number 3 is the captain suggested that the crew should not ignore the ancient warning. The error here is the inclusion of the modal should. The corrected sentence is the captain suggested that the crew not ignore the ancient warning. The grammatical reason is the verb suggested triggers in the subjunctive mood, which is used for demands, suggestion, or recommendation. In a subjunctive clause, we must use the bare infinitive, the base form of the verb. For a negative subjunctive sentence, we simply place not directly before the base verb, making should redundant and incorrect. Now for the sentence number 4 is not only the crew ignored the compass, but they also sailed into danger. The mistake here is that the word wonder was not inverted. The correct sentence should be not only did the crew ignore the compass, but they also sailed into danger. The grammatical reason when a sentence begins with a negative or restrictive adverbial first, like not only, we must use inversion because the original action took place in the past. We need to insert the auxiliary verb did before the subject, the crew, and reven the main verb back to in the base form ignored. Let's look at the sentence number 5. The crew ignored of the compass like to their loss of direction. The sentence actually contains two incorrect word forms. The correct sentence is the crew's ignorance of the compass led to their loss of direction. The grammatical reason this is an issue of nominalization. The words ignores and lose are verbs, but the first position they occupy required nouns because they follow possessive nouns crew and there must use their nouns form, which are ignored and lost. Sentence number 6 is if Morgan would know the way, she would lead them to safely. Similar to our first sentence, the error is playing would know within the condition clause. The correct formulation is if Morgan knew the way, she would lead them to safety. The grammatical reason this is a second conditional sentence expressing an unreal or hypothetical situation in the present. Its structure formula dictates if plus simple past verb 2 in the condition clause and would plus bare infinitive in the result clause. Would should never be placed inside the if clause here. And the sentence number 7 is Morgan must have known the secret, but she chose not to reveal it. The error is the use of the past tense had. The correct sentence is Morgan must have known the secret, but she chose not to reveal it. The grammatical reason to express a chronological dedication about a past event, we use a modal structure. The absolute formula for this model plus is a model plus have plus past participle for 3. The auxiliary verb have is fixed in its base form and can never be changed to had or has, regardless of the subject. Sentence number 8 is only after they had survived the storm they realized their mistake. The error here is that the main clause lacks subject-verb inversion. The correct sentence is only after they had survived the storm did they realize their mistake. The grammatical reason is when a sentence is introduced by a restrictive phrase like only after, the main clause that follows must be inverted since the event happens in the past. We must introduce the auxiliary verb did right before the subject date changed realize back to realize. Sentence number 9 is Morgan insisted that Eliza was the one to lead the expedition. The grammatical error is the use of the past tense verb was. The correct sentence is Morgan insisted that Eliza be the one to lead the expedition. The grammatical reason the verb instead demands a subjunctive mood because it expresses a firm instance or demand. In a subjunctive clause, the verb must always be in the bare infinitive form. The bare infinitive form for all variants of the verb to be, am, is, are, was, were is simple be. Finally, the sentence number 10. Morgan decided to join the crew was a surprise to everyone. The error is using the verb decide. The correct sentence is Morgan's decision to join the crew was a surprise to everyone. The grammatical reason. This is another case of nominalization. The word functions as the subject of the sentence and immediately follows the possessive from Morgan's. Therefore, we must convert the verb decide into its noun counterpart, which is decision. And our grammar hounds for today. To wrap up, mastering advanced English grammar is not just about memorizing strict rules. It is about understanding how structure like conditional, inflection, and nominalization work together to make our communication precise, sophisticated, and professional. Thank you so much for watching my analysis, and I hope this explanation was clear and helpful. See you in the next time, and bye-bye!